With nearly 3,000 curious, smart, and always hungry bears living in southwest Colorado, the Colorado Department of Parks and Wildlife and other local organizations are working together to better educate residents on how to live responsibly and safely in bear country. You're watching the Local News Network, brought to you by Goal Academy and Choice Building Supply. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. It's the time of year when bears are preparing for winter and hibernation, so they are on the hunt for food. And if food is scarce in their natural habitat, they may come knocking on your door. Locally, a bear working group including Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Bear Smart, representatives from the county, the city, and animal control are coordinating the efforts to reduce any bear issues within La Plata County.
As an agency, like the Colorado Parks and Wildlife, we're somewhat limited in what we can do. We only have so many resources, and we have really low manning, actually. And so it's hard for us to respond to every single bear incident. So that's when it's great to have another agency like Bear Smart, because they can do a lot of education. And so they get out in the community, do things like that. They also have programs where they can help set up electric fencing, things like that we just can't do by ourselves. So we work with them. And then we also have city people that can actually go around and enforce the trash laws. So make sure people are cleaning up their trash and not putting out attractants for bears. And so they help us out a lot, again, because our game wardens are, they can only be in so many places at one time. And then other things like the trash companies. So that's a good way to curb the issues from the get-go. So if those trash companies can start to distribute bear-proof cans to all their customers, then that really has a big effect on the black bear issues we have. So we each do different things, all working towards that same goal of mitigating black bear issues in Durango.
The bear population can experience food shortages and surpluses in the wild based on elevation range and weather. Their main food source consists of mostly acorns and chokecherries, and in a drought year, scarcity of those food sources may drive the bears into residential areas, on the hunt for food, especially if trash cans are filled with food and not protected. CLANCY says the agency has received about 260 reports of bear sightings, including bears rooting in trash cans or raiding bird feeders. The Bear Working Group now shares data, and that helps to track where to focus bear education efforts. The danger for bears eating trash or bird seed is twofold: bad for bears and bad for people.
I think of bears sometimes as being lazy, so they want to get the most food they can and the most calories for the least amount of effort. So if a bear has a choice between going and picking through a really sparse patch of acorns all day or getting into one trash can, and they're going to get the same amount of calories from each of those, they're going to go to the trash can. Same with bird feeders. So bird feeders, one bird feeder can have 20,000 calories in it, which is what a bear needs kind of on average during a fall day. And so they're going to do whatever's easiest. And if we put those food sources out, they're going to come in and get into them every single. One really big issue we have, especially with bird feeders, is they're close to homes. And so bears are naturally scared of people. They're naturally scared of our smell, and homes are a foreign thing to them. But when we start leaving food out, that gets them more comfortable around our homes. And bird feeders a lot of times are right up on a porch or right in front of a window so people can see that. And then the next step for that bear, once it's comfortable around a home, it might smell something nice coming from inside the home and then decide it wants to go in. And so it can create a dangerous situation for people. We never want a bear that's really comfortable around people or our homes. And then number two, trash just in itself can kill bears. We throw away all sorts of stuff. If they eat the wrong thing, that can kill the bear. And then also if a bear gets into a home or something like that, then we have to go trap that bear and relocate it and things like that. And so it's just much better to keep those attractants secure and not have to deal with the bears at all.
CLANCY says it's never a good day when they have to put down a bear, and so they do everything they can to educate people about avoiding bear encounters through deterrence and communication. CLANCY encourages residents to contact Colorado Parks and Wildlife or Bear Smart at any time if they see a bear, and not to wait until the bear does something bad.
There are a few things. So one, just as we go into the fall season, bears go into a phase called hyperphagia, and that's when they're trying to pack on as much fat and as much weight as they can to get through the winter. So in the next month or so, they're really going to start getting active. They'll be active for about 20 hours a day, sometimes more than that. And that's when they're trying to get, just any food they can. So start to think about taking bird feeders down every single night. And if you see bears in your area, take those bird feeders down altogether until the end of October, mid-November, when bears will start hibernating. So that's one big step you can take. Securing trash is the other big thing. So just make sure during this fall season you secure your trash, and that will really mitigate most of the bear issues. And then again, always call us if you have any issues. My whole job is to do bear education, to come help people with those issues. And then let us know if you want to help out too. So all these agencies that we're working with, we always need volunteers, we always need help, things like that. So if anyone out there wants to help us, please reach out and we will definitely plug you in. So.
Be sure to contact Lucas at Colorado Parks and Wildlife to report a bear sighting. Or if you want to be more involved and volunteer, call 970-247-0855. Thanks for watching this edition of the Local News Network. I'm Wendy Graham Settle.